Hello everyone, this is Corey Kobler with NetLaw. I am the User Experience Director, and today we're got a new product that we are currently kind of in beta mode at this point at NetLaw Professional. Everybody that has been invited was part of the NetLaw Professional beta program. And we appreciate everybody that is participating in this program. It's definitely going to help us iron out some bugs and get a list of features that will make your jobs easier and that we can incorporate into this program. So let's kind of just do a quick overview right now of what NetLaw Professional is. NetLaw Professional is the back-end professional marketing system for the NetLaw estate planning. And with that, as it states on the website here at www.NetLawPro, NetLaw Professional is, like I said before, is a marketing management system to help you keep in touch with your clients and engaging in so you can get more leads. And one way that it does that is, it offers you the real-time client event analytics, which is great because for all your clients that are currently using NetLaw, in the customer portal, you'll be able to see all of the events that are happening over there with all your clients. So at the point that somebody logs into the customer portal, at the point that somebody gets through answering the Getting Started Smart Guides, when somebody goes and creates a last will and testament document or adds key people, all of these events will be in real time, will come over to the NetLaw Professional. And I'll show you that in just a little bit further in depth. It also has the client marketing engine. We have a set of standard marketing material that goes out, like when somebody registers for a agent or an associate, then it goes through our workflow engine, and we'll send an invitation, or we'll send a thank you email. There's also a stock one that when you enter a contact, if a checkbox is selected, then it will automatically send the invitation out to the client. But with this marketing engine, it'll also allow you to create your own marketing. And so if you wanted to set up, a email template for somebody's birthday, and set it scheduled up, and you have their birthday on their contact information, you set up the workflow that if today's date equals that birthday, then it sends those clients an email. There are all sorts of situations where this is handy and will help you keep engaged with your clients. But you can also set it up to where maybe when they do, set it up to the customer events. And so maybe when a customer does, complete their last will and testament, that it sends them a congratulation email, or it sends them an email asking if they, if they would like for you to follow up on anything they could help with. So on and so forth. So all those events can be captured and used in the marketing engine. Automatic lead generation. For the lead generation, this is going to be a great feature here, because every time a customer goes through and enters key people into their estate plan, whether or not it's for their will, for their medical documents, their HIPAA authorization, their advance directives, any of those people that are on those leads, those people become leads, and they will automatically show up as a lead in the NetLawPro, and will automatically create a contact. And with that, it also will automatically send out can automatically send out an invitation to those leads with your information, to help follow up. Another big one that people have always been asking for since I can remember is they wanted every agent wanted their own partner vault. And in this partner vault, they wanted to be able to push documents out to their clients, and for those documents that would end up showing up in the client's life vault, along with their last will and testament and all their other legal documents. And with this, one of the nice things, so if you have a financial plan that you have for your client and want to get it to your client, and without having to send an email. We all know email is most unsecure form of communication there is, and this is going to be a secure mechanism for sharing documents with your client. And I said you put that financial planning document into your vault, and then you can share that document with one of your clients, in which at that point it will push it into the client's vault and will give them a notification that there's a new document pending. Also, in the future coming up, we'll also have a partner API marketplace. And basically this is for, to be able to integrate all of these features and everything you see into applications that maybe your corporation already has. And with that, so I kind of wanted to jump over to the NetLaw Professional Twitter website real quick. This Twitter channel that we have is where I would like to do all of the major communication between NetLawPro and its beta users. Any status reports of coming up, maybe somebody's reported something is broken from here, and from that we can send out status reports to everybody that is following, let them know when something's been fixed, maybe even ask questions of how they perceive things need to be fixed, or how things need to flow. Also, requested features are great here. If you come in and just send us a feature request on the Twitter account, we will be monitoring these, and respond back as quickly as possible. And with that, any feature requests that are coming through, if you see a feature request that somebody else has requested, then hit the like button. With that like button, the features that get the most likes are probably going to get the highest priority of getting developed the quickest. So keep that in mind, and as you see features, if you like to see them up and going, then like them and we will get to those first. Now, let's go ahead and jump on over into the NetLawPro application. I'm going to go ahead and log out so that way you can kind of start from where you will start. So when you come to the NetLawPro application, you'll get there by typing in the app.netlawpro.com, and it will bring you right here. At this point, you will go ahead and enter the username and password that has been sent to you in the email. If for some reason that you forget your password, then you can always click here and it will take you, the system will take you through the wizard for retrieving your password. And always remember, if you forget what your username is your email address that you use to register for the NetLawPro. So now I'm going to go ahead and log in using a test account that we have. So you just input your username and password and click on the big green button there in the middle of the screen. When you first come to the NetLawPro, you'll actually come to this screen, which is the welcome screen, and it actually shows you, hey, thank you for being part of the beta program, and it will take you through the features and kind of what they can do. When you get done to that, it will also show you what we're planning on doing as far as tutorials and getting started. Any of those screens that I just clicked on, even from the tutorials, all of those are up here under the tutorials and messages. So all system messages will also come up under here too. If you have not seen them before, then it will show the little notification of how many messages are unread. But you can come back through and replay any of the messages that you want or any of the tutorials that you want to replay. With that, so now we're getting into the first thing that you really want to do. Once you're inside of the NetLawPro application, is you're going to want to make sure all of your information is up to date. Reason why this is so important is this is the information that potentially a client could see about you. So it needs to be the latest and greatest, and needs to be, how the user is going to be able to contact you, especially if they need additional services that they need from you. From that, this area right here is your profile area. And you click on the profile. Once you get in here, you'll show where your username is, your first name, last name, who your partner's with. This is where you put your photo in. Now, this invitation URL, your invitation URL is the URL that you use to send to your clients so they get on to a registration page at NetLaw. This URL will link this client back to your account, so we know who sold what, whose client is whose. The node ID is just so these two are actually generated by the NetLaw system, so we want to make sure these don't get modified. But all this other information, your client's going to want to know your work phone. If you want your clients to know your mobile, so on and so forth. Your address, that's always very important. And then also your email address. Also, while you're here, since the email that was sent out to you is stating that you use your email and set a temporary password. Well, while you're in here, you need to make sure that you come over here and put in the current temporary password, and then change your password to whatever you need it to be. This is very important since we did set a temporary password. Now, shortly, probably within the week, we will have it set up to where the first time registering, the first time you're entering the NetLawPro system, it will force you to, through this. One, I don't want anybody else knowing how to get onto your account, and whether or not it's us or another client or anybody else. So, and there's one point afterwards is that we will not be able to get onto your account, even as an administrative view of it. We will be able to reset a password, which means that it would send an email notification to you to allow you to come on and reset your password. But nobody at NetLaw or anybody else will be able to access your account. Well, with that being said, and the reset homepage, that's actually a big one, and you'll find out why that's true here in a little while. But especially for like the dashboard, there are certain things that you can do. You can move stuff around, you can get rid of some dashlets and different stuff. At any point you've got it messed up more than you actually want it to be, you can just come in here, hit reset homepage, and everything will be reset back to the way it was when you started. Very useful. Alright, so that is the user profile information. And now we'll just kind of go through some of the features here on the dashboard, along with the navigation. Pardon me. So here up at top in the header, we have what we call a quick create. Quick create is going to be your friend, because Anytime you come to quick create, you can automatically create new documents without, it jumps straight to creating the new document. Great piece. It'll save you a lot of time. The search. Say you have a client and you want to, see what you have for them. Well, you can enter the name and hit the search button, and it'll come back. Yes, I know that this is a little bit hard to read at the moment. We have that on the bug list and to fix. But you also see that for this contact, they have 4 records. 2 of them are leads and 2 of them are contacts. So if there were any other ones, maybe they were a NetLaw customer, maybe you had a calendar event, maybe you had phone calls, maybe you had tasks, all assigned under that. They would all come up under here. So it's a quick way to do a search to find all the records in the system, no matter where those records reside. Okay, and let's go back to the dashboard here. And then, of course, like I said before, all of this is your profile information. This area right here is reserved for your picture. Underneath your first and last name is your title. And then, of course, this is your short URL that you use to get to step 6. Like I said, that's the one that you use to send to your clients so they can register for a new plan. They would come here, select which plan they want to pay for, and it takes them into the payment screen. Once it's paid for, they'll go directly into the customer portal and begin their estate planning. With that, there are times when you're on the phone talking to a client and you just want, you want to help them get things done. You may already have other things to do. If that's the case, while you're on the phone, you can just come over here to this tab. This tab takes you to the same place that this step 6 client registration. So once you come here, you can actually just scroll down, ask them which plan they want to pick, select the plan, and go through the same process while you're on the phone with them and go ahead and get them registered. Nice part about this, once that's done and they pay for it, they will get emails on how to connect to the customer portal, and they can complete their estate planning from there. And you also will get your commission. So that's and you'll find that a lot of times there are a lot of clients that their time to time need this little nudge. So let's go back. We've got everything on here. Underneath here, we have a set of other dashlets available. So this first dashlet here is the NetLaw accounts. This says how many NetLaw accounts are associated with you, and that are potentially have either paid you commission for or waiting for commission for. New leads. These are system-generated leads, and so whether or not we have, whether or not an account has gone through their estate planning document and specified the key people. We also offer, some conversational questions that we do during the customer portal of, when they finish their last will and testament, they might come up and ask, hey, would you like your agent to review what you've done just to make sure that you've gotten everything. A lot of times, actually be surprised how many of those people actually say, yes, I would like for somebody to review it. Those questions, the answers to those questions always come back into the leads, and so you can follow up with that client and close more deals. With that, once a new lead comes in, you can look at that lead and mark it in progress. That means you've already done something with it. You've already maybe contacted them. Maybe you're waiting back for something. But it's a lead that's in process that has not made it into a NetLaw account yet. And so maybe there's some additional actions that need to happen before they become a NetLaw account. With that, once they actually become a NetLaw account, like I said before, all of those customer events. So on the customer portal that I've been talking about, when they go and they register, for their customer portal, or they log into their customer portal, or they finish the getting started smart guides, all of those events will come into your activity stream. And so it will show you that so-and-so actually has logged in to the customer portal, or John Smith has finished has created his last will and testament, or Kate Summers has updated her last will and testament. When somebody updates last will and testament, that's a good metric to say, well, there's maybe it's probably a life event happening. Maybe I need to reach out and see if there's anything that I can do to help them. So with that, of course, down here, this actually shows a list of the leads that you currently have outstanding. It will show the list of new leads and a list of the leads and the leads that are in process. Your NetLaw customers, this shows a list of all the NetLaw customers associated with your account. And the contacts. And contacts can be anybody. It can be somebody that you want, to become a NetLaw customer. It could be somebody that you have a call out to somebody, or so contact can be anybody. And leads can become contacts. Contacts can be leads. And also down here we have this is your associate life vault. So this is what I was talking about, where you can put your documents in here and then share those out with any of your NetLaw customers, because all your NetLaw customers have their own life vault. Once those documents get pushed into their life vault, they will receive a notification that, hey, there's a new document available. And then over here on the side, this is your left-hand navigation. And so with that, we have the dashboard, purchase a plan. Purchase a plan, this button will actually be going away unless I hear good reason for it not to be. But it does pretty much the same as this tab or clicking on the tiny URL. We put it in there just because it was a kind of a feature that was available in our old partner portal. But we have so many additional features that do the same thing now, I don't really see the relevance. So unless I get a huge number of requests to keep it, then it will probably be going away. A calendar. This is a way you can keep track of all your meetings. You can set meetings for leads, set events for leads, and that way hey, maybe I need to contact this lead on Thursday at 10 o'clock. So back to the dashboard here. And we'll kind of dive into several of these modules as we're going through here. I'm not going to go into every one of them at this point in time. We just don't have that time, but we will have a big set of tutorials that cover each one of these. And you'll find them, of course, up here in this when I get them completed. So contacts, this will take you into your contact management area, where it shows a list of all your contacts. You can actually pick the contact to view, and you can also edit the contact if you need to change any of the information that is on there. Leads, this is, leads. Most of the leads in this system will come from our system and push them in, but there's nothing saying that you can't put your own leads in there that maybe come from different sources. So that's always available, and we'll kind of dive into that here in a little bit. Then, of course, the NetLaw customers, those are any of the people that have registered under your account number and are associated with you. And if you click on this back and forth, it will allow you to scroll through other additional features in here. And it's going to click on some on accident. It's going to take me somewhere else. Let's go back to dashboard. Okay, there's some things that I wanted to show in here. So there's the documents. This is your LifeVault documents that allow you to manage whatever's in your LifeVault. Email templates. This is an important part. This will allow you to go in and set up template emails to, you put in a simple little tag that their first name goes here and their last name goes here, and it will actually generate personalized templates to your clients. And you'll also have your, can have your information on there, or maybe a birthday or a signature or whatever you want. This is great for, I had one agent that came in and tell me that 9 times out of 10, he has this one application that he uses, and the only reason he uses it is because it sends out birthday emails to his clients. And his clients really enjoy getting those personalized emails. So that's only one situation. Maybe their anniversary date. Maybe yada yada yada. There's 101 ways that you can use it, and I'm sure that y'all will have 500 different reasons. And I would like to hear pretty much every one of those, because if there are a set of standard templates that we can go ahead and do that would make them available to everybody, then I would love to do that, and it would prevent you from having to actually go and create anything. So I would love to hear your ideas and requests on those. The same with the PDF templates. They work exactly the same way as email templates, but they actually generate a document. Those documents, when they're generated, can go directly into your LifeVault. Or they can be attached to an email. Your meetings, we've kind of already went through those. Your tasks, maybe you have, for your leads, we'll have a set number of tasks you need to do. Maybe you need to do a follow-up. Maybe you need to do a call. Maybe you need to do, so on and so forth. And then, of course, your generic notes. Hey, I want to take some notes on this, so it's always available. And then last but not least, we have workflows. Workflows, we're going to get into this extensively in a previous, and probably in a previous live event, or in a future live event. But because this is one of the most powerful tools in here. This is actually the thing that says, when this happens to this record, then do this action. And so with that, this is a very powerful feature, and allow you to, this is what allows you pretty much to automate your workflow. So at the point that you do have 100 leads coming in and have new accounts and new contacts and everything going on, you don't necessarily have to manually do everything. This says that, hey, if a new lead comes in, then A, I want to make a contact out of it. B, I want to send this email. And C, maybe ask some questions and generate a document and attach that document to the email. So this is really the workhorse of a lot of the features that are available. And then, of course, the calls. So this is the navigation, and then underneath here it shows the recently viewed. So it shows which records that you viewed last, and so you can do, maybe you come back in and say, I want to go jump directly to Todd, to my profile, or to a contact that you are currently working on. All right, let's get back to where we were, and I'll kind of go through the initial flow of this. So we've talked about the NetLaw dashboards. We've talked about the NetLaw registration. Under actions, we have here, this is our Add Dashlets Marketplace. Right now it has a list of generic dashlets that can be added to your screen. to your dashboard. From the open task to my process audit, which we kind of get into that because once you do the emails, set your automation up in your emails. This process audit basically goes through and says, hey, this is what the system has done. My calls, meetings, all those different ones. Here you can actually go through and not coming up, but in here there is a set of maybe Todd doesn't have permission for these. I need to check on that, but it comes with charts of maybe if you put a dollar value on what this lead is and so on and so forth, then it can actually go through and show you the analytics charts for all those. Now this is a good one here, this Jotpad, that's the notes. This is my activity stream, which you already have that one on there. NetLaw Professional News. So, and then of course, this is going to be everyone's favorite, I know, the Space Invaders. You gotta love that one. We'll have fun with that one later on. Maybe we'll do some contests to see who can get the highest score. And then, like on the web one, so when you saw the NetLaw web registration, this is how we added it on there. And you can do the same thing with any other your websites. Say if I wanted to do, let's go in here and add a new tab. And I want to go to home screen. You want, home screen. Maybe this is me. You can either set up, a where it just has one thing, or maybe is you want whether it's one or two columns or three columns. Let's do two columns with this one. And we'll add the tab on here. So with that, now you have a home screen tab up here. And now you have a home screen tab. When it first comes up, it's empty. Well, it's waiting for you to add some dashlets onto it. Now with that, let's go over here and say maybe I just want to go directly to my company home screen. Or maybe if I have another client access screen that allows them to register for something else, that will be handy to have here to basically to get all your work done into one spot is what we're trying to accomplish. You add that to the modules, and sometimes this takes a little bit. We were having an issue with this before. And right now I think the issue is that I am in Chrome, and we're currently looking at that. But basically that adds that dashlet on here just like this one. So I will keep a note of that and let everybody know on Twitter when that is fixed and available, and because that is going to be a very good feature. And then you can go through here and editing the tabs also. And so maybe I'd want to get rid of that one now, and therefore it's gone. Alright, so now let's go through the process to kind of get you started. That actually gets this ball rolling a little bit. So here, now if you go down under contacts, that's the first thing we want to do is start adding contacts. With this, you see I currently have one contact, Corey 2. Yes, he is a test person. That is me under Todd Donaldson's account. And so let's go and create a new contact. Now over here you can create a contact. You can create a contact from a V card, which a V card can come from your Google account, can come from your email, your Outlook. Any of your contacts, normally generate V cards, and basically with that they're able to be uploaded into here. Of course, you can do view contacts, which takes you back to this screen to view all of your contacts. Now this one right here is another one of those features that has been asked for a very long time, in our other system, which is a mass upload into an area of records. Basically, here you have a download import file, but basically it downloads a sample CSV Excel document for you to basically fill out. Once that's filled out, you take this same document and choose a file, upload it. You can choose here to create new records only. So it will only create records. If one of those people already exists, it won't get created. If you select this one, it'll create new records and update existing records. So if you click this one and the people that are already in your list are here, then instead of just not importing it, it will actually take the information that you have in the Excel and update the information that's in your list. So this is a very cool feature. It's going to save you a lot of time. All right, let's get into actually creating a new contact. So from here, of course, you'll enter their first and last name and their birthday or office phone, email address, their home numbers. Now this one, and of course all their primary address information. And these notes are just for you. These are notes about this contact. But when you create this contact, you decide whether or not this is a contact that you want an invitation sent to this contact to actually go to the client registration to fill out. If this is clicked, yes, or in the same way with the import contacts, that same thing is on there. So if you state in the import contacts that you want, you have 50 contacts, right? Maybe you have 30 of them that you want invitations sent to. Those are marked. You import them. It will actually send 30 invites out to all of those people to it. So it's a huge part of your workflow item. With this, though, they will get an email inviting them onto the client registration page. From here, this is once your contacts are entered, this is where everything starts. So at this point, they get the invite. They go to the client registration page. I'm going to leave this. See, it notified me because I hadn't saved it. So they go to the client registration page. They go through and they pay for an estate plan. Well, this is where you start seeing the My Activity stream show up. You can see when they've registered, when they've logged into the client portal, when they did their Getting Started Smart Guides, when they added key people. When they add key people and answer the marketing questions, of course, then it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that they come through as leads. When they come back in through as leads, it also comes back through your contacts. So at that point, a new lead comes in, and go into that contact, select that checkbox, hit save. That invitation goes out to your next lead. And with that, one thing to kind of keep in mind, on an average, one client going through the client registration, getting signed up, and going through the estate planning process has the potential of generating anywhere from 5 to 7 leads. And for those 5 to 7 leads, it exponentially builds up. And for each one of those leads that come through and registers for an estate plan, you get the money back from that. Same way if it was just a normal contact that you put in and went through. And so yes, these contacts that you first enter, these are your foundational items. These are your foundational people. From there, it balloons out very quickly if you're in process and you're keeping up your contact with them and keeping in communication. And this is one of the things that's going to allow you to keep in communication with your clients. So once those new leads come in, you send them an invite. You may call, reach out to them, see if they need help, see if there's any additional services that you want to that they need that you could offer them. These are just people that are available for you to reach out to. Once those leads come in and the registration comes out, it goes back to the same process. They register, you see the information in here, more leads are coming in here, and it continues going. So with that, as I've stated before in the My Associate Vault, at any point in time that maybe you have a letter that needs to go out to them, or you have a document that you contacted Jane Smith and she said yes, if you would review my last will and testament or my information to see if there's anything that I missed that I need to put in my last will and testament, then that'd be great. Well, you can go through that. You can divide up this document of hey, maybe you've missed out on adding this land ownership that you have over here, and I don't see that on your last will and testament anywhere. And so with that record, you can take that, upload that into your Life Vault, and share it off to the customer, and they will get notified as soon as it's available. When they click on that notification, they look at it. Oh, okay, well, this sounds good. It is a time saver. It is a great way of communicating back to your clients, and should save you a lot of time and allow you to handle a lot more clients at one time than what you would normally be able to. With that, that's kind of the high level of everything. Like I said, if there's any other additional questions that you have, and I'd be more than happy to hear them. I'd love to address any issues that you may have that we may be able to add in here as features. As you log onto this and go through and you see things that maybe not be working, please reach out to us. This is, like I said, I really like to use this as the cornerstone for gathering that information on our Twitter website. And with that, we will, I will have me and additional people will be monitoring this at all times. And so we will get back a response as quick as possible for that. And if there is a status update, we will actually send those status updates directly to you or to anybody that has responded to those tweets. With that said, we've kind of gone through everything. If you'd please keep track of this www.NetLawPro from time to time, because it will be being modified for different programs and for different things that become available. Especially as we get through, like I said, now the beta program is closed, and so we will be removing this information from the site and maybe put some additional services and stuff down here that we can show you. Maybe some additional documents that sales sheets or whatever, maybe that to look at, or additional features that come up from the Twitter that we're now ready. So we'll try to always keep this up to date. And with that, that's what I got for now. And if there's any questions, you will let me know. And you can always contact me in my email or on the Twitter. And with that, I think we're good to go. Like I said, I really look forward to working with everybody, and I really appreciate those that have signed up for the beta program. And I'm looking forward to working with you. Thanks again. Bye.